If you're ever looking to take a peaceful break from Tokyo's fast-moving pace, a day trip to Kamakura is a lovely idea. It's just about an hour from the city by train, and what waits on the other end is a slower rhythm, sea breeze, and a beautiful mix of history and nature. Once I arrived at Kamakura Station, I noticed there were local buses that could easily take you to the major sites, including the iconic Great Buddha. While the area is walkable, it's worth noting that for some, especially elderly visitors or those not up for a longer stroll, it might feel a bit tiring. If you're eager to explore the local neighborhood and enjoy the charm of the streets, walking can be a wonderful choice. But if you'd rather conserve your energy or keep things easy, hopping on a local bus is a convenient and comfortable alternative. After around 30 minutes of easy walking through Kamakura's peaceful streets, I arrived at one of Japan's most iconic landmarks, the Great Buddha, or Daibutsu, located within the grounds of Kotoku Temple. Before entering, you'll stop by the ticket booth near the entrance gate. The admission fee is very affordable, and the process is smooth and friendly, typical of temple visits in Japan. Once inside, there's a short, quiet path that gently leads you toward the towering statue. As you walk, you'll begin to catch glimpses of the Buddha between the trees, its bronze form sitting calmly under the open sky. When you finally step into the main courtyard and see it fully for the first time, it's a moment that stays with you. At 13 meters tall and made entirely of bronze, the Daibutsu is even more impressive in person than in any photograph. Its calm, meditative expression seems to quiet everything around it, and the fact that it has stood here since the 13th century, weathering earthquakes, typhoons, and time itself, only adds to its quiet strength. You can walk all around the statue, getting a sense of its scale from every angle. For those curious, there's also the unique opportunity to step inside the Buddha itself. For a small extra fee, you can enter the interior of the hollow statue through a small doorway at the back. It's a very narrow and dimly lit space, with steep metal steps that lead you up into the structure. While the interior is quite simple, just being inside a statue that's over 750 years old is an experience in itself. Do take care though, it's dark, and the stairs are quite steep and compact, so move slowly and be cautious, especially if you're visiting with children or older family members. After stepping back outside into the light, the serene face of the Buddha greets you again, and somehow it feels even more meaningful having just stood inside it. It's one of those moments where history, art, and quiet reflection all come together beautifully. Not far from there, just a short 10-minute walk, is Hasedera Temple. The moment you step inside, you're welcomed by beautifully kept gardens, stone paths, koi ponds, and seasonal flowers depending on the time of year. The temple is built into a hillside, so as you explore the grounds, you'll find yourself gently climbing until you reach a panoramic viewpoint overlooking the Kamakura coastline. It's peaceful up there, especially on a clear day when the ocean glimmers in the distance. The stillness in this part of the temple is profound, and it invites you to slow down and take it all in with an open heart. From there, the path leads you up to the main hall, which houses the temple's most revered treasure, a towering, intricately carved wooden statue of Kannon, the goddess of mercy. Standing over 9 meters tall and adorned with 11 serene faces, each representing a different human emotion, the statue radiates calm and compassion. The hall itself is softly lit, with the scent of incense in the air, and it has this soothing, sacred feeling. I sat nearby for a while, quietly taking in the atmosphere, and found it incredibly grounding. Now, if you're up for a little extra adventure, don't miss the steep stone staircase known as the Prospect Path, which winds its way up to a lookout area. The steps can be a bit of a workout, especially after a full morning of temple visits, but the effort is absolutely worth it. As you climb, the views gradually open up, and at the top, you're rewarded with a breathtaking panoramic view of the coastline and Segami Bay below. On a clear day, the sea sparkles under the sunlight, and the horizon seems to stretch on forever. It's a peaceful, scenic spot that adds a refreshing contrast to the quiet spirituality of the temple grounds. After spending time in that peaceful atmosphere, I slowly made my way back toward Kamakura Station, feeling relaxed but also a little hungry after all the walking. Before continuing my day, I decided to stop by a small local ramen shop not far from the station. It wasn't anything flashy, just a cozy spot with steamy windows and a comforting aroma that drew me right in. That late afternoon bowl of ramen was especially satisfying, warm, flavorful, and exactly what I needed after the long stroll. There's something about a hot meal after a quiet temple visit that just hits differently. With my energy restored, I headed over to my final stop, Komachi Street, which is just steps away from the station. Here, the vibe shifted. It was livelier and full of color, with crowds browsing through rows of local shops and food stalls. The street is a fun mix of traditional and trendy, offering everything from handmade chopsticks and local crafts to matcha sweets and quirky souvenirs. I took my time wandering, sampling a few treats, and just enjoying the buzz. I ended the visit on a sweet note with a rich and earthy matcha soft serve, the kind of treat that feels just right before saying goodbye to a lovely day in Kamakura. By the time I boarded the train back to Tokyo, the sky had started to fade into evening and the day had left me feeling refreshed. Kamakura isn't just about visiting temples or checking off tourist spots. It's about slowing down, enjoying the journey between places, and discovering quiet moments along the way. Whether you're traveling alone, as a couple, or even with family, a day in Kamakura offers just the right blend of culture, nature, and gentle adventure. It's not far from Tokyo, but it feels like another world. And that's exactly what makes it so special. And here's the full walkthrough inside the Great Buddha itself.